So you've spent months, probably even years, building your game, and you are about to get zero press coverage because of one thing. Now, before you tell me you don't need a press kit, yes, you do, and I'm about to show you why. In today's video, we are going to talk about what even is a press kit, why do you need one, what should go in a basic press kit, and where do you put it once you've created it. Hi, I'm Amaya, and I'm a PR professional who has built hundreds of press kits. Yes, actual hundreds. I have built press kits for nearly every industry. And the cool piece about a press kit, and no matter what you're building it for, they all have the same core pieces. So today's video, we are going to be talking specifically about video game press kits for dev teams and studios, but really the pieces are applicable to any kind of press kit. So I've been doing PR for over 15 years. And by that, I mean, I actually went to university for this. I have a fancy piece of paper, and I feel like I can really help explain why a press kit is important, why you need one, and why game studios really need to get on this. So along with this video, I've actually planned out the next 33 videos about everything to do with PR, marketing, content creation for the gaming industry. So be sure to subscribe because there are 33 more videos coming, and I'm really excited to share my expertise and help small indie developers and content creators really take it to the next level with what they're doing with their PR and marketing. If you are going to skip anything when you go to launch, this should not be the thing. This should not be the one thing that you skip. You need a press kit. Hands down, I am telling you, this is going to change the game for you when you go to market. So you're probably even wondering, what even is a press kit? So let's start there. It's a package of resources and information about the game. Now, this is bundled together to streamline the promotion of your game at launch, and it's likely going to get you way more coverage. It's really kind of like your game's resume and portfolio neatly packaged together. So now, why do you actually need a press kit? Let's start with the top tier holy grail reason: media coverage. A press kit is going to show that you are legit, that you have spent the time and the energy to put together something to make the media's job easier. And it really does show that you are here for your game and that you're putting in the work and providing the pieces for that coverage. Now, when we talk about media coverage in this sense, I'm really talking about media outlets. So, kind of like these ones. We all recognize IGN and PC Gamer and Polygon. And these are the sites that are just the absolute North Star for game coverage, right? It'd be many teams' dreams to have big coverage like this for their game launch. But it doesn't just mean the big ones. There's a lot of media out there that is interested in covering content and covering stories about video games. So even local news is going to be very excited that a game has been developed and produced and is launching from your town. So think locally as well as very big. When you are pitching your story, especially to big news outlets, they get hundreds, if not thousands, of pitches. PR kit, a press kit, is really going to make sure that everything's packaged together, all your assets are in one place, they don't have to go hunting for it. Journalists everywhere are so busy. We need to spoon feed them and provide them with everything that's key for our launch. So the second biggest reason that you need a press kit is for content creators. These people are your golden ticket for coverage. And I always like to start first and foremost, do not overlook small content creators. I will promote and plug small content creators until I don't have a breath left, honestly. They are so dedicated to supporting indie games and small developers, supporting each other. They have really tight knit communities that are really engaged. They have key audiences and this authority that's worth tapping into and really including into your PR when you are launching a game. Most small content creators will do promo and play games live on stream for a free key, if not a very minimal budget. So if you are a small dev team, a small gaming studio with a small budget, this could be a really good way to get a saturation out into the market without spending a lot of money. Thinking of content creators with your press kit, this will provide them with speaking notes about your game. It will give them details on how you would like it promoted, whether they can stream it, whether they can put it on their socials, what to say about the game, what they can share specifically about the game. It also allows you to provide a bit of like an aesthetic of how you want your game put out there. So just like with journalists, content creators need their jobs to be made easier. So this is a grab and go situation. Your press kit should have everything in it that they need to promote your game for you. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's so very important, especially in real PR, real, professional, ethical PR. You providing a press kit with speaking notes and, your aesthetic and how you're hoping the game is going to be presented does not mean you're going to get a positive review. You cannot and should not be buying positive reviews, okay? We all get negative feedback sometime, and just because we've paid someone or provided them with the game or product for free does not mean that we should expect a glowing review. And we will cover that in another video. One of those 30 that I said are coming. Shameless plug to subscribe. We are going to talk about dealing with negative reviews. But just know, because you gave a product, because you gave a key, because you gave a beautiful press kit, doesn't mean that you're going to have perfect reviews. Okay, so recapping why you need a press kit: media coverage, content creator coverage, making their job easier, and making sure that you're presenting your product to them on a silver platter on how you would like them to position it. So with all of that, let's talk about what actually goes in a press kit. This is the meat and potatoes of what we're going to be throwing in a press kit. Now, there are so many things you can put in there, and really it's kind of the same for every industry. So like I said at the beginning, this video could help anybody looking for a press kit. You might just be thinking about how you're swapping certain pieces out. But specifically for a video game company, let's talk about the 6 things that you need to include in a basic press kit. Essentials number 1 is a game overview. This is just a 1-page document. Make it simple, make it informative. It's going to include a short description. Now, 2 to 3 sentences about the game. This is your elevator pitch. Okay, so make it really punchy. The biggest, most important pieces go here. How are you selling your game instantly? 2 to 3 sentences. With that, you are going to also want to include a long description. And this is where it's usually 2 to 3 paragraphs. This is where you can do a little bit more of a deeper dive into the game and really, flesh out the story a little bit more about what the game is and who you are. Elevator pitch, 2 to 3 sentences. Longer description, 2 to 3 paragraphs. So next, you're going to want key features in bullet points. The point of a 1-pager is we want it skimmable and the information really concise and easy to grab. So with your key features bullet points, you want to think about what makes your game unique. Is it something with the mechanics? Is there something with the story, game modes? What sets your game apart? And have 2 to 3, 4, however many you have, key features in bullet points. With that, you are also going to want to have quick facts. So this is just going to be super simple. Title of the game, genre, what platforms will it be available on, release date, price, and the studio, developer, or publisher names. On price, I do want to say that there is a lot of value in making the price specific to the region that you're rolling out your press kit. If you're a Canadian video game company, putting the price in Canadian dollars when you're pitching Canadian media is very great, and I do recommend that. Switching those numbers then if you're pitching to, the United States or UK media. It's not something you have to do, but it does show that you have targeted that specific audience and nobody has to do the conversions. The second thing that you want to include is visual assets. Now, words are great, but people like pictures. So when it comes to your visual assets, the first thing you want is in-game screenshots, and these need to be high resolution. So think 4K. Show a variety of different shots throughout your game and really think about putting the best stuff out there first. So think about showcasing the best aspects of your game. Keep the pictures clean. Think about photo mode. Really, we want no UI or bug menus or any of that in this type of content that you're going to be sharing in your press kit. Along with in-game screenshots, you're going to want to include art. So like your game's poster. And with any kind of asset, remember that you need to keep it in landscape, but you also need it in portrait because people are going to be sharing on both desktop, social media, all of that. So add a variety and provide different aspect ratios for your content creators and for the media. You also need to include your logo, and with that, multiple versions of your logo. So you're going to want full color with a background, but also transparent background, black and white, and any colored versions that you have. You also, usually logos have a horizontal or landscape version and a square version. So if you have multiple versions of your logo, make sure you include that. Okay, so we've got game overview, visual assets. Now we want to talk about video assets. Hopefully you have a trailer about your video. So that is a good thing to provide. Preferably this is a YouTube link that you are sharing, which also, if you don't have all your social accounts, handles saved for your game, go do that. Go do that now. I mean, not right now, finish this video, but go do it directly after this video. Go secure all your handles. Whether you think you're going to use that social account or not, go get it. You will thank me later. With your trailer, any kind of gameplay video that you have, 30 to 60 seconds, and think about it as B-roll. Do not include spoilers, final bosses, anything like that. Just some generalized gameplay that can be shared in your press kit. The next essential for your press kit is the about information. So you've shared about the game, but you need to also give the media and content creators information about the devs and the studio. So think about your history, your mission, your vision, your values. What kind of information do you want to share about the team? What makes you all special? You can include brief team bios and any previous games that you have developed as a team. The most important, your contact information. Do not forget this. I have seen people roll out media pitches without contact information. Contact information, a direct email to someone who is going to answer that email. Be prepared. When you start pitching, within 24 hours, you will be getting responses and you need to be able to answer immediately. So you're going to want to watch your email like a hawk. So make sure you've picked the right person who's going to do that once you start rolling out your PR packages. Along with contact information, social media, so all of your handles, where you can be tagged and found, and your official website. All of that should be in this package so that the content creators and the media can go and look you up and get a hold of you as soon as possible. These are the essentials. Let's run through them one more time. Game overview, visual assets, video assets, the about information for both the game and the team, and direct contact information. It's not a ton. These are the essentials. Now, there are so many more things that you could include in a press kit, making a more advanced and more informational press kit for the media and for content creators. Be sure to comment if you would be interested in learning more about advanced PR kits and press kits. We could make a part 2. Like I said, there are many more videos to come, so let me know if that's one that I should add to the roster. Okay, so now you have your press kit. You've pulled your assets together, you've made your branded nice documents on letterheads all about the team and the game, but what do you do with it? So where are you going to host it after? There are a few options, and I'm going to start with the best to the least best, I guess. Number 1, and I will always say that this is the best place, your website. Hosting your content on your website is the best option. You own it. It's yours. It's your IP. You can edit it, change it, take it down, swap it whenever you need to. So with that, you can also, enable Google Analytics and Search Console and, UTM links, and you can be tracking where people are coming from to look at your press kit. So that could help you in the future figure out where you really need to push, invest time, energy, or even money into promotion. We love data around here, so I definitely recommend your website where you can track it. Second option is a Google Drive, where you're using a shareable link to folders of assets that anybody can go and download. That is a really good option because, again, you can switch it out, you can edit it, you're controlling the content, but tracking is not as good there. The third option is there are third-party sites. So there's sites like PressKitty or PressKit that will host this for you and help you build them. I have to say I have never personally used them because I make all my own press kits and I host them on websites or share them through my media contacts. But I have read that they're good. I have looked at them. I've looked at content on them and companies that have used them, and they look like they would be a really good solution. But I personally like owning my assets. So that's why I'm saying I like to create the pieces myself and keep them somewhere that I own. But if you are looking for a third-party site, I do recommend checking those out. No matter where you put your press kit, there are 3 things you need to remember. 1, it must be shareable. You need a shareable link. Anybody with the link needs to be able to open it. 2, it needs to be downloadable. All pieces need to be able to be downloaded, okay? And 3, the most important, easy to use. It doesn't matter where it goes. It just needs to be easy to find and easy to use. Do not make journalists or content creators' jobs any harder than they already are, okay? So simple to use, easy to find, downloadable. That's all you need to remember. If you've made it this far, to me, that means you might be getting ready to launch a game. And if that's the case, congrats. It's so exciting. I am here to help. So drop a comment if you want me to review your press kit. If you don't have one yet, that's fine. Comment with the one thing that you're stuck on, the thing that's keeping you from putting your press kit together. I am so happy to share some feedback and help where I can. And if this video was helpful, please subscribe. I have 30 videos coming on content like this. So if you subscribe, you're going to get the little notification when new stuff comes out. And I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to making so many more PR videos for gaming developers and content creators in the near future.